I don't think if you work in a frontline health or social care role that you shouldn't be vaccinated. I think there's a duty of care to the people you're looking after. I worked in social care in 2016 when I was researching a book. The reason why there's not many people wanting to work in social care is because the treatment carers receive is appalling. It's terrible pay, 0 hours contract, very long hours, a very difficult job. There was a 25% turnover of staff when I was working in care, and the average job is about 15%.
So now, how long ago was that when you were working in care?
This was 2016, so it was. There are even more problems now. So I mean,
5 years ago.
Yeah, so I mean, Brexit has meant there are fewer Eastern Europeans working in care, and you've had the COVID situation, so fewer people want to work in that sector. I think there are far bigger problems than just blaming it on people not taking the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't go into the pandemic with a health and social care sector that was purring along nicely and full of resources and bed capacity and staff. There were thousands upon thousands of unfilled nursing positions as we went into the pandemic when we needed nurses to care for people in the beds. We had spent a decade, or the government had spent a decade, demoralising staff.
This is very nice scene setting, but what about no jab, no job?
Well, it's like frontline clinicians, for the sake of their patients and for themselves, need to be jabbed. And we could focus on this particular touch point right now. You could say no jobs, or you could allow them to have jobs. They still need to be jabbed. Or we could talk about what's actually led to the problem we're facing now, which is over a decade of underinvestment, of demoralising staff, and just generally not be giving people the right conditions and pay. And surprise, surprise, there aren't enough people, there's a high level of turnover, and we're in a really bad situation.